My name is Hana. I'm 32, and this story began on the last summer before everything changed. The city was melting under the heat, quiet, slow, beautiful in its exhaustion. I lived near the coast, in a small white house with open windows and thin curtains that danced whenever the sea breeze passed through. That's where I met Ray. She wasn't supposed to stay long, just a few weeks at a nearby artist's retreat. But then she came into my cafe one morning, hair still damp from the ocean, sketchbook under her arm, and everything inside me shifted. She ordered coffee and smiled like she'd already known me in another life. We talked about small things, the sea, the weather, the color of light on salt water. But it felt like the beginning of something I'd been waiting for without knowing it. After that day, she kept coming back. Sometimes just to sit by the window and draw, sometimes to talk, sometimes to stay silent beside me. The silence between us was never empty, it was full, like the air before rain. One evening, I closed the cafe early. The air was golden, the sea calm. Ray stayed to help me clean, though I didn't need help. I watched her wipe the counter, her hair falling across her face, and thought, this is what peace looks like. When she caught me staring, she laughed softly. Do I have something on my face? No, I said. Just sunlight. That night we walked to the beach. The waves were small, playful. The sky turned violet and the world felt weightless. She told me about her art, about painting people as they feel, not as they look. I told her I forgot how to dream years ago. She said maybe she could teach me again. Then she took my hand, not as a question, but as if it had always belonged there. Her skin was warm, her pulse steady. We didn't kiss that night. We didn't have to. The next few weeks blurred into something golden. Mornings filled with coffee and sketches. Afternoons with salt in our hair and laughter echoing down the empty boardwalk. Evenings with bare feet on cool tiles, music from an old radio, and the kind of comfort that felt eternal. But eternity doesn't last. Her time was ending, the retreat almost over. I tried not to think about it, but silence grew heavy again. One night, as the cicadas sang outside, Ray looked at me and said, "Promise me you won't stay here forever, even if I go." I didn't answer. We sat by the window, moonlight cutting silver lines across her shoulders. I wanted to tell her everything, how she'd changed me, how her laughter made the world make sense again, how I was afraid of losing her before she was even gone. But I couldn't. So I said, "Do you think dreams remember us after we wake up?" She smiled sadly. "Only if we dream hard enough." The next morning, she was gone. No note. Just a sketch left on the counter, a portrait of me, eyes closed, wind in my hair. At the bottom she wrote, "You made the world feel lighter." Now it's autumn. The cafe is quieter, the ocean colder. But sometimes, when the evening light hits just right, I still see her shadow in the doorway, smiling like it's still summer. And every night, before closing, I whisper, "Good night, Ray." Because some people never leave, they just stay in the light.